It is 1 o'clock, and this is
America's Web Radio.
and this program is
Let's talk Venezuelans.
Hey, good afternoon, dear legend, David Moxley. Hello, Brad.
Not like
How you
that.
been?
You need to go like this. Look, go, like this. Pick. Yes,
That's
sir.
my contribution. I'm out.
Bye. See you next week.
Yes.
See you next week.
Bye.
Okay. How you been, my dear friend? Good?
I saw Josie giving you a haircut.
Yes.
A
No.
lady came to give him a haircut.
Yeah.
If it's me,
One with a chainsaw.
if it's me, I would go like this. Zzz, zzz, you know, like a soldier style.
Oh yeah, I've been there, had that. It takes them about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes to the PX and buys one of those little plastic brush things that you take in the shower with you, and start massaging your scalp so they can make the hair grow back, supposedly.
well.
Oh my
what
God.
a week, my goodness.
I am so excited about this week. Very excited. So,
this lady, as you know, she is running for congressional district number 4, and we're talking about she's running. She's not a former candidate because she did not concede. And let me explain you why. We just get numbers. For example, in Newton County, the difference in the day of the election between Josie Cruz and Hank Johnson on the actual voting, the day of November 3rd, the difference was only 5%. Okay?
in one county.
In one county. Now, there are some things that you have to understand. In the advance voting, Josie Cruz got almost exactly the same number. The first day, the day of election, she got 5,440 votes. In advance voting, she got 5,435 votes, almost the same. Okay? And the absentee by mail, she got 3,167. It's almost 33% less. While Hank Johnson got the day of the election, he won by a very slow margin of 5% of 6,001 votes. The difference was 350 votes. But in the advance voting, and this is the peak, this is the red flag, because statistically it violates the Bradford's law. Okay, the way that the curve is behaving is completely off. He got 11,374. That's impossible. By statistics, it's impossible. And unless somebody is pushing votes or the machines are not, you know. And now we have some. I've been defending the system that Raffensperger installed, the $300 million investment on the system, but we have to talk about that later. And in the absentee by mail is 9,287. So you have the date of the actual election, you got 5% difference, but in the advance voting, you got a relationship of 2 to 1, it's off, and in the absentee vote you have a difference of 3-1. So it's impossible this kind of behavior in the curves on the election. We consult to a mathematician that is expert in statistics for elections, and he told me yesterday, when I was only having a partial numbers, he said that we are in front of a mega fraud. The other thing that gives you an idea of what is going on is that during the election day, Donald Trump got around 10,888 votes on district number on the Newton County. Okay, against 6,745 votes of Joe Biden. Okay, but in the advance voting, happens exactly the same behaviors that happens with you. 8,000 against 12,000 and 4,000 against 10,000. This indicates that the numbers indicates by statistics that they commit vote manipulation. And let me tell you something. It is sad in this case because when you got these kind of things, you destroy the confidence on the system, and you commit fraud not against Josie Cruz or the candidates. You are committing fraud against the will of the people. Okay, so let me explain you something. When we were in the night between the November 3rd and November 4th, we saw how the numbers were growing. Okay, 21, 23, 25, 30, 31, 32, 38.6. And when we got
the percentage, right?
that 38.6, suddenly they stop the counting.
Counting that.
Okay, and we woke up with a 20% of the votes.
The next day.
The next 3 hours, 4 hours later. Okay, this is the same kind of behavior that you see in the elections in Venezuela and in Mexico. Okay, exactly the same. So for me, this is a deja vu. This is a fraud. I have elements now, evidences to say so. Okay, we are in front of a mega fraud, and the numbers are here. The evidence, the proof is here. It's not circumstantial evidence. No, this is something that broke some mathematical models. It's impossible. This indicates that somebody manipulate the votes.
But Hen Johnson didn't need to do that because he already got the vote. So why do they do it?
Because they needed to inflate the numbers for president for against President Trump.
So they inflated the number to benefit Biden.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's damaging his own campaign.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean, when you are winning, why do you gonna do something like that? You don't need to do things like that.
Do you
are
remember
winning.
the cyclists that used to win in the French Tour, the Tour of France? This American cyclist that he won and won and won, and suddenly they said no, but he took steroids in order to improve his performance. He didn't need that. But when he cheated in that way, that big time, he lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the same happens with this group of politicians. They are acting as a criminal organization.
Can you take that to the Secretary of State?
They have the numbers. They have the numbers.
They
and
know.
let me explain you something. We went to the Newton County because I received a public advice that they will check they will recount the votes. And when we arrived over there, they said, no, but it's only for president. And I said, wait a minute. When you have a ballot, you are affecting not only the president, you are affecting the whole ballot, the whole names that appears in the ballot. It's not for the president. That's not logic. Let's say that in the account of Joe Biden, you find 10% of votes that doesn't exist. That means that it's 10%, 10% of the votes that affect the whole ballot, affect the 10% of Josie. Josie is only 5% on the first day of the election. So what happened? That 10% less on the other candidate could turn around the election in favor of her. That's the thing, because there is not a separation on the ballots. The ballots is only one, and you check that ballot on the scanner. Okay, those are the real votes.
So when you compromise one vote, you're compromising the whole event, the whole.
Not only the whole results on the ballot, you also compromise the questions that appears on that ballot. Not only what do you want as candidate to be in this public service post. No, you are affecting the questions that appears on that ballot. So we cannot agree. I cannot say yes to an act that right now is an illegal act. It's a crime.
It's a fraudulent
It's a fraudulent act.
So, in order, seeing this, I took the decision that I was not going to concede because we are in a fraudulent event. This election is fraudulent. It's being violated. It's a criminal act what they did. So that's why I didn't concede, because how I'm going to concede to somebody who is winning with fraudulent
with steroids,
with fraudulent actions. So my question now is why all other candidates are being conceded their challenge, when they challenge the opposite, why did they concede to somebody and they see it is a fraudulent event? I mean, it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. We are in America. We're supposed to be following the common sense and the law.
To be honest,
follow
the law. This is a republic.
District number 7 or district number 6 or district number 5, they concede to their opponent. Hello. This is a fraudulent event. We need to wait until the investigation is finished, because if one position, in this case is the presidency, which everybody is focusing on, only in the presidency position, if his position are being compromised, or his election or his attempt to be re-elected is being compromised right there, it will trickle down to the bottom too, because it's in the same ballot.
When somebody destroyed a mail-in ballot, they're destroying not only the ballot for the presidency, they are destroying all the names.
The,
So-
the
so if-
local, state, federal position, the whole thing is being
the whole kahuna, the
the
whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
Okay, and the most important problem here is also that the Secretary of State cannot certify this election. It's impossible.
It's impossible. That's why a lot of states are not certifying the result, because they know something is wrong from the get-go. When you find out is fraudulent, you cannot certify something that is fraudulent unless you are in a banana republic, unless you are in Cuba, unless you are in Venezuela, unless you are in Bolivia. It's the only way.
It's the only way.
Okay, but what got me amazed, like I am like a wow. We are trying to get elected this candidate, this candidate, this candidate. See, people voted for them, and they know so little about running. They know so little. It's like a why did you concede something that is illegal or fraudulent? You're supposed to hold it up until the last time, until the last moment. Supreme Court or Senate, whoever will decide. And then after those results, and then trickles down, because if the president was compromised, I believe it was compromised, that means the Senate has been compromised. And you see two senators, Republican senators, are doing campaigns to go to runoff in January when they know the event is being compromised.
The election, the runoff is consequence of this act.
Of this primary, I mean
This-
this main election on the 3rd of November,
But-
and they are going for a runoff. They didn't even have to. Hey, hold on. We have to first decide what happened.
For example, I don't like at all David Perdue. I don't like him. It's my personal point of view. I don't like him, but I'm sure that David Perdue won for more than 53%.
Why he
Okay.
have to go on to runoff?
Okay, who
He's-
said?
Who's putting a knife in his
Ex-
own neck because he's going by himself? He should have been won clean. November the 3rd, he should have been already reelected. But this fraudulent event is affecting him, and then he's taking it like a shaking it up like this. And okay, let's go for a runoff. What? Why are you legitimizing the Democrat who put the fraud votes on you? Why are you giving them legitimacy? Why? By you accepting a runoff when the whole event is not valid.
That's the point. It's a moral,
So-
it's a legal point, and we cannot accept that.
And what it got me upset, David, is me I am a legal immigrant who came here 28 years ago. I am more clear about the whole process that these people who are, you follow what I mean, supposed to be our leaders. They're supposed to be knowing law. They're supposed to be knowing the process and this and this and this and that. Somebody clarify those questions that I have. Why are you going for a runoff when this is a fraudulent event? Why is only counting votes for president and not for the rest of the
Of the
candidates?
ballots.
Why candidates are conceding to their opponent when they know there is a fraud? Why? Who's the political advisor in the Republican Party who's giving them those kind of advice?
Something is rotten in Denmark. Okay?
Well,
So-
today I received a call. The campaign received a call today saying this person, Hank Johnson, is upset because I haven't conceded. Why I'm going to concede when I know there is fraud in that District 4 when it comes to my results?
Because it affects our results. Let me explain you. It's not the same losing with a difference of 5% than losing with a difference of 19.1% for Josie and 81% for Hank Johnson. Okay, there is an underground situation here. They want to humiliate Josie Cruz. Okay, in that matter.
By giving me 19.9%
19.9
of the whole votes from
Election.
election district number 4, when I was having 34,
no more
38,
more
30, okay.
more
That was the result, 38 something. No, they want to push it down under 20 just for
Just
let
for-
us know, everybody,
yeah,
not
and,
only
and
me.
just for keep, for example, the Cook political index.
Yes, they
For
don't want
example.
to.
It's impossible to win district number 4. No.
So we are not going to attempt to do it again.
We did 47.5 against 52.5%. The difference is only 5%. It's technically, remember, 3% up, 3% down. Okay? It's technically we're in the same level. And that's what the Democratic Party
Don't want
they don't want that.
the people in district number 4
And
think
some people in the GOP.
in the GOP, they don't want people in district number 4 like conservative, like some Republicans, some independent who live in the district number 4. They don't want, they find out that they can flip the district, because those numbers are showing that you can flip the district if you do a good campaign, a good job like I did for 18 months. What happened is my campaign didn't have no money, okay? No money. Why? Joe, where is the list?
Yeah.
I'm still asking Joe for the list.
They denied us, for example, the list of donors. The GOP denied us the list of donors.
And I'm running as a Republican GOP candidate. So is what do you say? Rotten what?
There is something rotten in Denmark. That's
Hard to cap.
In the cap.
and
as you see, the nations, the whole eyes on the nation is spotted in
Georgia.
the cap. In Georgia, but in the cap specifically, not Fulton.
No.
DeKalb. In DeKalb, the majority of the DeKalb County belongs to what district?
55% of the Cobb County belongs to
District number 4. That means the eyes are on district number 4 of the whole nation. It's the hottest spot in the nation right now is Georgia.
I've been interviewed by the ABC's Nightline that appears tonight. Okay?
So you're gonna be on the air tonight?
I will be on air tonight by ABC.
Did you behave?
No, I never behave.
Did you drop some bombs?
You have to watch it.
Oh Lord.
I said that in this republic, some animals are more equal than others. Do you remember the rebellion in the farm? George Orwell's. Okay. In this republic, there are some animals that have more privilege than others. We're all equals. Do you know something? That's exactly what communist is.
Yes, that's communist.
That's communist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are designating district number 4 to keep people ignorant, to keep people with no hope, to make them believe that there is no chance, there is no changing. Whatever President Trump did in 4 years is not true. You know, it's the work of the communists.
Yeah.
You know, that's the job of the communists. And since they couldn't stop him with the coronavirus, remember the pandemic, because
it's a pandemic. Yes.
it's a pandemic. They couldn't stop the economy with the pandemic. The pandemic. So what happened in America? The people start making their own business. Remember, people start making their own masks, selling. You know, like
Yeah,
we didn't have to bring no more things from other countries, and we closed relation economic, financial, with China and all that.
No, don't say that to Hunter Biden. Don't say that to Hunter Biden.
So
You remember that he's Mr. 10%.
yeah, so American ingenuity and creativity grew during this pandemic.
We reinvent ourselves.
Yeah, we reinvent ourselves. We don't depend on other countries for, and then they said, we cannot stop this man. So now the ballots, let's use the media to make everybody afraid so they don't have to go to the poll to vote. Let's promote the absentee ballot. And my question was, who is the one who bring the idea of doing absentee ballots to the Secretary of State of Georgia? That was a simple question that I asked myself because I don't know too much about that.
The absentee ballots has a reason. Okay, it's for military personnel that is in abroad. It's for diplomatic personnel, for consular personnel, and for people that, for the nature of their jobs, for example, the crew of a oil tanker, or an airplane, a commercial airplane that cannot be on that place and that time. I don't believe also on the advance voting because it's against the Constitution. And let me tell you why. Because the Constitution says that the election must be done the first Tuesday of the month of November. That's what it said. And then what happened with the votes between October 12th and October 30th? That's
15 days of tricking.
Exactly.
I'm not disagreeing with you by any means, but as far as early voting, I don't personally have a problem with it in that you have to show an ID. I have a real problem with mail-in voting. I even have a problem with absentee, even though you've requested it. I still have a problem with it. But early voting, I had to show my ID, and I think everything you have to show your ID.
I've been agreeing with that idea until today. And let me explain you why. This is the other place. I've been so surprised by the idea that Mrs. Lofer and Mr. Perdue said that Raffenberger had to resign to his tenure, and I said, why? Why they are telling that? And because they did not tell the whole truth. They just said he has to resign, but why? Now I got the whole panorama. The machines and the system is wonderful. I've been beta tester of the actual system. I checked the machines twice. I talked to Mr. Raffenberger, and I said that the only thing that I was concerned is about the way the urn, the color of the urn, that right now is black, and it must be translucent, so you can see how many papers are inside of the urn and the container without reading what is in the ballots. But the software is designed by a company. What's the name of the company?
Domain
Software. Domain Software.
Owned by Pelosi.
Not only that.
And Hillary Clinton.
But that's not the whole story.
Okay? Say it.
That company before that had another name.
Sequoia
System. And before Sequoia System,
I had another name. Smartmatic.
And Smartmatic are the machines that they use in Venezuela to promote the fraud. A system that Jimmy Carter says this is the best system in the world. The best election system in the world.
And where is Jimmy Carter? Where is to be found? Now that we had the problem with the election here. Where is Jimmy Carter? Where is he? Where is he? Come on, Jimmy. Jimmy,
where are you? Okay, so it's the same company that belongs to the Venezuelan government. Okay,
which the Cuban,
with what the Cubans manage, and that has Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton had interest.
And it makes sense now because remember Obama opened up the door for the Cuba.
Exactly.
And they are the one, we can assume that the Cubans are the one who are
so the advance voting
manipulating
can be manipulated very easily with the software inside of the machines. Okay?
Yeah, that's what they were talking about in Georgia, that 6,000 Trump votes were turned into Biden votes.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, sir. In Pennsylvania
and in Michigan, the mistake was
15,000.
Trump had 153,000 votes, and they just moved the comma and they add only 15,300. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same people.
So how is possible that Mr. Raffenberger, that is an extraordinary
Secretary of State.
Not only that, he's an engineer. He has the mind of an engineer. Could fall in this stupid mistake.
Because they are not informed, Carlos. They are not informed. These people here, the GOP, whatever you want to call it, Republican, Rhino, GOP, establishment, whatever name you want to give them. The problem is they are so like this. Look.
They have the
They don't wanna.
Do you remember the blinkers on the horse, on the race horse that you put it, and they have to.
They don't. First, they are not informed.
The blinders, exactly.
Look, they are not informed. Second, they don't want to be informed. Okay, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to change things. They don't want to change. They don't want to update themselves. Look at one of those campaigns. I was talking to Victor. He's trying to run from one district next time. That person has so much money, and that person didn't update her campaign. Today is not the same way that you do campaign today like you did 4 or 2 years ago. Look, President Trump, he was going from one stadium to another stadium, right? Suddenly he has to change everything. He was doing it in the airport. He was doing rally open in the open. Why? Because you have to adjust how the situation changed. And with the problem with these people in the Republican Party, however you want to call it, is they don't want to hear what it makes them uncomfortable, and what it makes them.
They don't want to get out of the comfort zone.
They don't. And then the Democrats are going ahead like 1,000 miles ahead because they are up to date. They are using every single trick to gain what they want. But David, I am the better example on what happened here in Georgia. Listen to this. 18 months ago, I started campaigning, right? I start testing the water, I gave my name out. I was talking today, what I'm seeing is socialism. President Trump 2 years ago, he started talking about socialism. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, they didn't get the memo. That was on the 18th. On the 19th, President Trump talked again, socialism. Yeah. They didn't get the memo. This year in the State of Union, he spoke about socialism again in the State of Union. They didn't get the memo. Now, when they went to the RNC in Washington, D.C., and they start being harassed by Antifa, Black Lives Matter, their right of speech were violated. Oh, no, we are in socialism. You fool! I've been talking here in Georgia, me, Josie Cruz, I've been talking about what we are going through as a socialists are attacking us, are trying to destroy our country. You didn't want to listen. You didn't get the memo. You didn't want to contribute to my campaign. You didn't want me. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing for Josie to spread the message, because I could spread the message to the whole state. I could go to each one district to another. If the GOP wanted to really embrace the concept of socialism and fight back, I could be the representative, Why? Because I am Latino, because I am original from Venezuela, because I experience it, because I can smell it, see it from far. No, they don't want to change their ways. Okay, now, hello, what you are experiencing today with the voting system is the same thing that Venezuela experienced for 30 years, Mexico for 50 years, and Cuba for 100 years. You just are getting a little taste of what communism and socialism is when they are taking your freedom and your decision of choosing with the election. Are you going to still being asleep with the concept of socialism, or you gonna wake up?
I want to go to the legislature and change the name of the state. Now, instead to be Georgia, will be Mexizuela.
So that's the problem. That's the problem that we're having. The message is there, but the chairs from each county, I'm talking about the Republican Party, they are not bringing down the message to the members of the Republican Party. In consequences, the members don't know a heck of nothing. And in consequence, everybody else, the grassroots, don't know. So what we are doing is we're sabotaging ourselves. Because what we are going through now is 100% communism. The president just talked 2 weeks ago in the last rally. I haven't seen this before, but now we are in communism.
Yeah. And do you know something? The traditional media, such as Univision or all of these networks, when the president is talking about fraud, they pulled that declaration and they said that he was lying. Mr. What's his name? Jorge Ramos. I have the not evidence. I have the proof that we have a mega fraud in the United States of America, just sampling the 4th congressional district of the state of Georgia.
When you had the media saying the president is lying, when you had the media cutting the right of the president, the first speech, when he's declaring something in front of the White House, and you had the media dare to do that, you can say welcome to communism.
Yeah.
Period. That's what we're going through. And what we need to do is, I think the solution is citizens need to start running for positions and start taking down all this establishment, all these people that are toxic for the state, for the district, for the cities. People need to start running and trying to at least minimum. It's the minimum that we ask. Uphold the Constitution. Promote the Constitution. If we get sidetracked from the Constitution, we're going to lose the country. Period. Venezuela was lost because of they didn't care about the Constitution. They only cared about their personal benefits, their family benefits, the Biden benefits, 10%. So this is I'm not gonna be conceding. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna wait until the results. I know this week President Trump was in the Supreme Court. No, President Trump, his lawyers. They brought some proof to the Supreme Court, and guess who is the justice who's gonna define the investigation, in the Supreme Court. Thomas Clarence. Clarence? You remember who gave? Yeah. You remember who gave him a hard time when he was trying to get into that position? Who was that?
It was the lady.
No.
Yeah, but who was the
The
senator who was giving him hard time by bringing Juanita? Joe Biden.
Well, you know, there's an old saying, what goes around comes around.
Who would it predict this?
Who would have predicted this?
Yeah, Thomas Clarence will be deciding on Joe Biden's win.
Well, I'm like y'all. I don't think he won.
Yeah, he didn't win.
He didn't.
He didn't win.
They-
We went to Macon. That airport was full. We went to Rome, and at the entrance, I said to Carlos, "Let's go." Too many people. How many? 95.
In Macon, the capacity was 35,000 people, and we've been around almost 100,000. So they had to close the doors early, okay, because they opened the door at 5, and immediately went full.
And in Rome,
And in Rome, we had easily 25,000 people.
and they closed the doors too.
And they closed the door too. Okay, and I can estimate that because remember that my father was a bullfighter, so we are very good estimating how many people are in the venue. Okay, just looking around the bleachers. So President Trump got so many people behind him.
Everywhere he go was
Okay.
full,
So
packed.
how you can say that a guy who went who make a campaign on his basement and is not capable even to fulfill a basketball place, you know,
Basketball
it's-
bleachers?
Yes, how is possible to get 74 million votes?
That was the Venezuelan style, huh?
Do you remember when Obama took accept his that he won? How many people were in that venue? And you compare that expression what happened in Delaware with this speech that he
On
did.
Saturday with
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Yes.
Did you see how he came running
No,
like
no, no,
this?
no, and how many people were over there
In the cars.
in the cars?
Yeah, in the car.
It was so little.
Depressive.
It was depressed. So you know, it's a mediatic history. But remember, it's not the first time in my generation when I see somebody like Al Gore that during 30 days the media said that he was the president-elect of the United States of America, and he had to say, I am not. Okay, and the media is very lazy to ask for forgiveness. It's very lazy. The best example in the American history is the New York Times. It took 50 years to the New York Times to say I'm sorry to Dr. Goddard when Apollo 11 went to the moon. Okay, so the media they need to learn the lesson of
They're
history.
not gonna learn. They are the right hand of the communists.
Well, now.
No, they always be in the right hand of those
No, not
elite. Of those elite.
Well,
now it's getting worse.
Now it's getting worse.
Yeah, but they are not gonna learn no lesson.
My mom was a journalist. I understand the media. Okay, the media is my family's tradition, and but now it's something that I never see in my life. In 61 years, I never see such lying from the media. You know, they don't want to cover the events. They don't want to cover the events. They know about the events.
They know about the candidates.
They
They
know about-
knew about me.
but they don't want-
But they never interview me before the election. They only call me in the election day in the afternoon, Telemundo,
Yeah.
to see who I was around 5 in the afternoon. Could you
Yeah.
believe that? 5 in the afternoon. Oh, tell the people to get out and vote. Okay, I tell the people to get out and vote. But what is going to do 2 hours benefiting my campaign 2 hours before closing door? Okay, Telemundo. Next 2 days, the next following 2 days, Univision.
Yeah, they said that she bump on her intent to get the Hank Johnson's place. Hey, Univision, la 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 la.
They
la,
were talking
la.
about me the day after the election, so they knew about me.
Yes.
But the
They-
media got into an agreement. They were not going to promote nobody, but just 2 or 3. That's it. Collins, Loeffler, Warnock.
That's
Nobody
it.
else. They didn't
Oh,
promote
and
no.
Biden.
Of
you know,
course, Biden
and
with
the, and the, and all the crooks of the Democratic Party.
Mhm.
Okay, and they show them on the honest light. They are not honest. Here is the evidence of that. Mr. Johnson is sad because he won the election, but he lost it because somebody in his ranks committed fraud.
Yeah.
That's evident.
And he's upset because I haven't conceded. And I'm not going to concede because I'm not going to invest him. I'm not going to invest him. He needs an investment right now, like a power investment, you know, like a no investment, legitimize
Yes.
his winning. I'm not going to do it because look at the numbers right there. Just
Okay.
in one county right here. I just don't. We gotta try to get that one from the cab, but they still counting. That's not gonna be possible to get it. So the next one could be what? Rockdale.
It doesn't matter right now.
That's a sample.
Just when you have the evidence
Mhm.
of a crime in one of the parts, it affected the whole
Mhm.
district.
Yeah, when you
And here is the evidence.
yeah.
Here is the evidence.
When you take a hammer and you knock your finger, your whole body.
your whole
aches.
body is exactly.
Isn't it?
When you hit with a hammer, your finger, your whole body.
And you know, with this ridiculous action, not ridiculous. This is an attempt to overthrow the presidency, to overthrow.
to withdraw the will of we the people.
Yes.
That's the problem
That's the problem.
And
A
you know
violation
some-
of the Constitution.
of the Constitution.
You know, they are going straight for the neck.
Yeah.
They just wanna choke completely what we are as a nation, and they found a way to do it by the voting. But it's up to us now if we're gonna accept this or what's gonna happen with the nation. What's gonna happen with the republic? Because this is banana republic right here. This is Venezuela, this is Cuba, this is Bolivia, this is Nicaragua, Mexico down south.
This happens during the 19th century. Tammany Hall. This is Tammany Hall. This is New York, 1850. Okay. The corruption of New York in the 19th century that ends with Theodore Roosevelt. Okay. This is the same thing, and do you know something? It's sad. It's sad that they want to be in this way.
So we can say, do you think there is gonna be somebody raising up to try to fix this, like back in those days, Roosevelt did it? Or?
That's what the president. That's what President Trump is doing, and that's what you, as candidate, are doing. Okay.
But people have to start getting in jail for doing this. The problem with this, David, is people are not being in jail. They're not paying time for this.
They don't have consequences on their act. They
And
do
their
this
actions.
because they can, or they think they can. Because with all this evidence and plus the mathematical analysis from our people, we will send this to the FBI, and we'll send this to
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
Yeah, FBI you don't want to deal with.
Well, it's
There's-
part of the Homeland Security. 17 agencies form
Yeah, but
the,
you don't want to
Homeland
deal with those
Security.
Muslims in the FBI. Keep talking, David.
Yeah.
Okay.
The FBI is as crooked as Biden is.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Homeland Security, and I'll get you a name.
Okay.
Or get something at Homeland
Okay,
Security.
because we have the number. We have the number and we have the analysis. They have to do nothing but follow the money.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Follow the money.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, we're about 10 minutes before
Yeah,
the,
before we got the Spanish one. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
About 8 minutes.
Yeah,
About
8
8
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. So
Thank you, David, for this special program. I think this again is something very interesting, and this is a worldwide exclusive because we just got the numbers today. Okay, so we have the smoking gun. President Trump is right about there is vote
And-
manipulation. Not in the. I cannot talk about the whole United States of America.
no, it's
I cannot
it's
talk
enough.
about the state of Georgia, but I can talk about the 4th congressional district of Georgia that is compromised by 4 different counties.
That's what each district candidate should be doing. This what we did. Each one of them, instead of coinciding, giving, oh yeah, that's what it should be looking at the numbers, the statistic, that, because this mathematics is psychology, everything involved in this. No, they are just in their house, oh, we lost. Come on. What's going on? What's going on in here?
Remember that this country is made by rebels. Okay? Always.
Always, yes.
Always. It's in the
Yes.
foundation. If you see something wrong, you made it right.
Yeah, you made it right. So, but let me tell you something. These 18 months has been a very good experience for me as a citizen, as a candidate. I got to know people. I got to see what were the needs, and still what are the needs of each city, each county. And all of them had the common denominator. The four county had the common denominator, and running, it gave me such a good experience, and the district number 4 chairperson, she said, "Run again, run again." So that means they're seeing those numbers.
Yeah.
Okay? But this time, I'm going to be more like, okay, now we got to start talking about money, because we cannot do a second campaign without no money.
Yeah. It's impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. No money. And I'm not talking about millions like
No.
some of the candidates. No, I'm not even talking about millions. I'm talking, I believe, with $100,000, with 100,
Yeah.
it's gonna
And
be
we
good
need-
enough.
And we need to end these millionaires campaigns for representatives.
Yeah,
We need to put a
And we need-
top
a cap, yeah.
a cap on the campaign.
Fundraising.
Not only fundraising. We need to put a cap on the budgets.
On the budgets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's too much money. It's getting the politics is getting only for elite.
Yeah,
For
only elite.
millionaire. You know
We need more citizens now. We need more citizens concerned to uphold and uplift the Constitution.
Yes, the House now is a place for millionaires, and the Senate is a place for billionaires. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, no, we the people. Okay?
Exactly. So hopefully by the next election on the 2022, we're gonna.
You will win this. You won this election.
I won this election.
Okay.
I won.
And now I want to review, and I will ask to review the software on the machines. Okay, and I want to review the software on the tabulation of the state of the Secretary of State, because as they told me yesterday, this is evidence of a mega fraud.
Mega fraud.
This is a mega fraud just in her district.
Just in my district. So he said I win. My campaign chair said, Josie, you won. And then I say, if they don't give me this position this year, I will run for the 2022 again. But I want more citizens like Victor Armendariz, right? Who wants to bring back the Constitution. Because without Constitution, we will lose our country. We will lose our cities, our counties, our districts, and our state, and the whole country. So we need to go back to basics, and hopefully, from now and beyond, we can have more citizens running for this position, and hopefully we cannot be running against each other. There is so many positions out there they can be running for.
20 candidates for the Isaacson place.
Yeah, for the Lofter.
Okay, now it's Lofter and the other guy.
And Warner.
Warner. Do you know something? That cost us a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money. Yeah. So hopefully
and who
we
pays?
could have.
And who pays for that?
We pay for that. So hopefully we could have candidates for the governor, for the lieutenant governor, for representative,
for governor.
Governor.
Yeah.
For representatives, for senate, for one senate, one chair.
Yeah, because Loeffler has to rerun
on the 22 in 2 years. Yes. And mayors in the cities, CEOs, city counties, and there is so many positions that are available, so we can start running.
If you don't get involved in politics, eventually politics get involved on your life.
It's gonna mess your life.
Okay,
bye.
It's been a pleasure.
See you next week.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.